original flyer, they refer to it as ART, A-R-T, Aramingo Rail Transfer, so I'm going to talk about it as ART. This is the original document that ART sent around to the community back in 2006. And this is just a photocopy of it. This document says that it's going to be a construction debris terminal, okay? This was the document that was proposed. I don't know if it was ever brought to this association, but it was proposed to the Frankford Civic and Frankford CDC, okay? And they voted on it. There were 20 members at the Frankford CDC and the Frankford Civic Association. And they voted on it. Joan Krasinski was behind it, and they voted on it and passed it based on the fact that it was going to be construction debris. After that time, there was nothing discussed ever about this Aramingo Rail Transfer again. No one heard about it in the community. It was never discussed. State Rep Taylor was behind it, and Joan was behind it. We are the closest neighbor to that terminal. We were never, ever once notified about it. Back in early 2009, we received a letter saying we may be putting up a rail terminal there, a construction debris rail terminal. So we contacted our lawyers, notified them, please watch for anything to be legally notified about this in any kind of document. In February of 2010, there were documents submitted with the DEP. ART filed a solid waste permit application with the DEP. That solid waste permit document says that up to 2,500 tons a day of municipal waste, which is garbage, they are going to be taking into that terminal. Okay? So that was never discussed with Bridesburg at all. Completely different information. So what that analysis means, the facility will be open from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m., but their permit application with the DEP says it will be a site that will be running 24 hours a day. So they can run the facility with trucks coming in 24 hours a day, but right now they're proposing 5 a.m. to 9 p.m., Monday to Friday, 5 a.m. to noon on Saturday. Their traffic analysis says that this is their proposal, that they are going to be bringing 80% of their trucks off of the Aramingo Avenue exit of 95. They're basing that analysis off of taking Quickway's business. Quickway is the existing trash company that is in Bridesburg, that they intend to shut down their business. Now, we had a meeting with some of the local businesses and invited ART to come speak at that, to give them an opportunity to speak to us, to tell us what's going on. And they, in that meeting, told us that they intend to shut Quickway's business down. So they're basing that off of their own interpretation of getting the city trash, shutting Quickway down, and telling the city that they're going to bring all these trucks off of 95. In doing some research, we found a prospectus online from this rail terminal that says this rail terminal is basically up for sale as well. And it says right here that it's up for sale, and they'll take 2,500 tons a day with it available to grow, and they'll be looking for trash from Jersey and other municipalities. So that trash can't come off 95, and as it grows, we all, that's impossible that all the trash can come off 95. So trash, noise, all of these things haven't been addressed. This is all in the DEP permit. They will process 40 to 50 tons an hour, design capacity for handling incoming trucks of up to 25 trucks an hour. Operations will scale up for a 5 to 10 year period. The bottom line is the community was not told of all of these proposals, all of these things. The DEP permit went in. The DEP has now put a stop at making comments. We have put comments into the DEP. Many of the community residents have put comments into the DEP. On top of that, forgive me for going back to my notes, back in June of 2010, ART was given an over-the-counter over-the-counter zoning. They got their zoning over-the-counter handed to them for G2 zoning. A waste transfer station is LR3 zoning. It's not G2 zoning. So Northeast Building Products, along with some other, the RCA and some other community organizations, Impact Services, there's a whole list of other community organizations, has filed a zoning appeal, and it's in court right now to fight their zoning, because that is not properly zoned, and it can't be an over-the-counter zoning, so we're fighting that zoning in court right now. So there's a big fight going on. We have 900 signatures right now of a petition against this, because the community was not informed properly. My husband and partner is right now meeting with the Frankford Civic Association tonight and some of the other local community groups, because the community obviously is very outraged and upset. The bottom line is, the feeling is, what does this bring positive to the community? They're talking about bringing 35 jobs to the community. I personally employ 320 employees. A lot of them are Bridesburg and Frankford residents. We are 50 feet away from this facility. The man, his name is John Ryan, who runs the facility, in a August meeting, it was August, I believe, 23rd, said 50 to 75 feet away, there will be smells, there will be noise that doesn't dissipate from this facility. What happens is the trash is brought in, it's dumped on the floor, it's then baled, it's put onto rail cars. Those rail cars can sit, they're covered, or they're put into bags, the trash. It then can sit into the rail cars for up to 24 hours. It's put on Conrail rail cars, and then those rail cars that currently go through the community will go through the community with the trash, and those rail cars are going through the middle of the night that you currently hear. They'll just add on to the rail cars, and that trash will go through the community in the middle of the night. And that's how it's going to be handled. So there'll be up to, currently up to about 325 to 350 additional trucks of trash going through the community a day when it's at full capacity, and it's 2,500 tons of trash. And that's what this proposal is for. So we felt it, necessary to try to put a stop to it. I mean, and again, had Alan and I not followed this through, they already had their zoning approval. The DEP comments were already in. They were getting comments back from the DEP. This whole process would have slipped through, because the way they presented it to the community back in 2006 was that it was construction debris. No one knew any of the wiser. This whole thing would have passed. They are opening this similar, exact same facility down on, it's in West Philadelphia. It's called the Swanson Rail Terminal. That is not in a residential facility, in a residential area. There's no problem opening a facility like this in a non-residential area. When this whole proposal originally was being presented to the community, the Betsy Ross Estates homes were not built. Those $300,000 to $400,000 homes, all those areas were not there. It's just not fit. Excuse me, it's not fair to the community and all the residents that live here, and none of that was taken into account. So.
And there's no concerns that it being so close to 95, like people